A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. Here I'm going to be talking about how the divine feminine is proven right, which leads to masculine feeling extremely guilty about his behavior, about the misunderstanding that was created. The masculine here is telling the feminine that he was never unfaithful or didn't want to be unfaithful to her. But whatever situations happened in their life at that point in time, when he was trapped or when he was stuck, or there was a huge misunderstanding between them, he was not able to prove his love or loyalty. Now, the masculine is feeling regret and pain, and he is suffering a lot because he has lost the feminine. And this is all happening because of the company he keeps or the things he does for other people. He is with hanging out with the wrong crowd, or let's say, even if those people are not wrong, but they don't value a marriage or a relationship. So for them, it is a kind of joke or it is kind of funny to put someone in a wrong situation and then have a ball about it. Just look at it like a joke. And for their small joke, a whole relationship can get spoiled. The masculine is telling the feminine that, as per the channeling, his feelings, that he was he was himself an abandoned person. He felt understood or unloved by his family. Plus, there's a lot of family politics that he has faced throughout his life. He didn't get a normal family. Okay, he got a family which was full of immoral people or too much materialism, always crazy for money, always calculating things, always acting like they are saints to the external world, that they are saints, but they are very judgmental. According to his family, the only people who are nice are them, and everybody else is horrible or pathetic. And if they meet someone who is much better than them, which is feminine in this case, then they are full of jealousy, they are full of anger, because they cannot control the divine feminine, because they cannot control her and they cannot even understand her. She comes from this, the aura, the aura she carries is something else. It's beyond their conception. What they don't understand, they want to put it down. Like, they want her to look bad, or they want her to beg to them, or they want to put her in difficult situations. And the only way they can do it is via the masculine. Actually, it takes them a long time to figure this out, but when they figure it out, they know that okay, we cannot harm her any which way. We cannot harm, if they have a family and children, they know they cannot do that, but they can create stories, or they can create misunderstandings, or they can create a kind of pressure or control. And one more thing I want to add over here is that most people actually would assume that when a woman goes into a man's house or she gets into a relationship, it's not just her, but it's the family also that becomes a part of her life. But usually people will think that it is always the girl, it is always the feminine who has a problem with the family. But in this case, or in the case of twin flames, mostly the family is the culprit, because the programming of masculine shows that the family is a culprit, because he got no skills, he got no independence of his own, he got poor decision making, he could be verbally abusive, or he could be not very sharp when it comes to doing the right things. He may not be the great provider, or he may not be the kind of masculine, an ideal masculine. We are not saying perfect, we are saying ideal. As a human being, most ideal is the one who has humanity. And the more humanity a person carries, automatically, they don't need to learn anything special, they don't need to learn anything extra. Just humanity does. And with time, the empathy factor, you understand that okay, too much of empathy is not good, one has to be practical. So slowly and gradually the masculines learn lessons, and even when they are not ready for a certain commitment, you still see humanity is higher in them, much higher in them, and that comes from family. What family teaches to the man when he's a boy, when he's a kid, what values do they give to him, and how much forgiveness they practice in the house. It could be possible that the masculine comes from a background where there is very little concept of forgiveness. It's always revenge, it's always let's teach this person a lesson, it's always punishment. So he has seen some kind of toxic behavior pattern like domestic violence as a very normal thing, or suppressing women as a very normal thing, not getting enough freedom to express as a normal thing, like lots of such things. These are just examples that I'm giving. And his desperation or his acting weird could also be a result of that. But why the divine feminine has to suffer through all this? Why she has to be the one who has to face all of the bad programming and all of the negativity that he brings on the table? It's because number one, feminine also has certain programming patterns that were given to her by universe, by source, or by her own choice is the correct way of saying. Before you come here, you choose every single template and pattern, so there's no point blaming anyone. Should never blame anyone or anything, because we all chose this. To be a happy person, a joyous person, to be a winner in life, you have to actually look at all of this like a game, like levels. Like, okay, there's something new that you're doing, something new and interesting. So masculine brings all these things or situations or problems or mental thoughts or patterns or whatever onto her table, and she is supposed to make gold with it. She's supposed to make gold with it. Why is this happening to her? Why feminine has to go through this? This is called victim mentality. You don't have to go into victim mentality. So when I said that the DM's family or other people, let's say some a bad company he has, those people do not understand the feminine as much as I think she has a hold on him on certain things. She may not have uh, understanding of where he comes from, and it takes a while to figure it out. And for some people that while could be 6 months, 5 months, 4 months, 2 months, and for some people it could be 2 years, 3 years more also. But when she understands the game, that okay, this is what he's bringing onto the table, and right now it is not directly him who is doing it, there are other people who are doing it. For all the people who are on the journey, you guys can get into one on one sessions, or you can get into readings with me, private channelings, private readings, and all the information is mentioned in the description box. You can write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com once you're sure. Now, the feminine is probably bothered or triggered because she has to look after lots and lots of things. And because she's doing inner work, she herself has gone through a lot in life. She has faced many challenges. She has faced different types of events and situations and people and opposition and difficulties. So she also was expecting that once she meets the masculine, then her life would be better because he is going to support her more. But now she's feeling that yes, he supports her in some very important things, especially spirituality, especially some kind of pursuit she has. He has a lot of faith on her, all of that is there. But there are some other challenges which are creating lots and lots of difficulties, roadblocks. That is where he is not understanding, because he has no idea about those things. He does not come from this inner work world. Most masculines, They are very good in 3D. They are really street smart. They are very good with talking. They could be good liars and manipulators also, because this is what they've learned. And they could be really kind hearted also. That's why they understand and they connect with the feminine. But they are not into inner work. They don't know, okay, if this happens and I have to sit in meditation, or I have to release my energy this way or that way, or I have to listen to some good audio, I have to read a book, I have to understand this. She learns lots of things from the scratch theoretically, and then she has to put it to practice. So masculine's role is very important here, because he is the one who's going to bring to her stuff that needs to be transmuted and transformed and then turned into something beautiful, gold basically. So here one thing is clear, that what separation they feel. There are different types of separations. Let me point this out as well today. There are people who are in twin flame journey. They are married also. They probably have children. But because of somebody's interference, because of some negativity, because of programming, because of misunderstandings, they both kind of, they are separate from each other. They are not unified, or they could be just living with each other because of a certain purpose, which is also very important, guys, because that's the thread that keeps them together and puts them and makes them do inner work, or makes them, improve. In the 3D reality also, there are multiple ways that people improve on themselves. They do exercises, they go to places, they also read, study. So it's not like you have to know about the 5D world, okay? Both feminine and masculine, they love each other the most. This is a truth, okay? These emotions of separation or misunderstandings drive them nuts, because they both love each other and both have to find a mechanism, a coping mechanism. So masculine also sometimes goes through his phases where he has been put through a lot of pressure. Some of the pressure he brings to the table and gives it to the feminine, but some of it is coming from his own personal demons, things that he cannot tell her, things about family he cannot tell her, things about politics going inside his household he cannot tell her. He also knows a lot of dark secrets, and he fears that if he's going to tell her everything, that she's going to leave him. And plus he understands that she also has her self respect. Now he loves her a lot, she also loves him a lot, but the work has to be done, and they are going to mirror the patterns. They are mirroring the patterns and the programming here. In some cases, a feminine has toxic negative programming and needs to go, and in some cases, masculine has it. Okay, now he wants to bring her back, now he wants to harmonize with her, but he is scared that it's over, or she's gone, or she's fed up and she cannot take it anymore. She has taken it a lot, but now it's high time, and this and that. And one thing is there, that with time the feminine power grows. It will be growing, because this is how the whole thing is, the blueprint is. The feminine has to go through stuff because of him. Then it hurts her self respect. She has to work through it, and then she cannot tolerate certain things. She is just beyond that emotion. She doesn't feel for it anymore. She doesn't feel the same love, or she doesn't feel the same fear. And then she says, okay, I'm not going to take this bullshit and I'm done with it. And that's when he realizes, because when you say I'm not going to do it, or I'm not going to take it, or I'm not concerned with it, basically a shift happens. A shift takes place. The divine feminine also has to learn the difference between caring for someone and attaching with someone. When you truly care for someone, it is very natural, it feels very light, while attachment is driven by fear and anxiety, and there is a need for control. You want to control some outcome, or you want to control some person, and you want things to happen your way. You are not surrendering. You may say that I am surrendered. The feminine may say that she's surrendered to God, she believes in God, she loves God and all of that. But no, she is not surrendering to source. She wants things to happen in a certain way, and when they don't happen in a certain way, she gets frustrated. And all of this behavior is, listen to it very carefully, either there's a fear or there's some kind of anxiety, okay? And also there could be the problem of living too much in survival mode. When a person or something you want is essential, you need it for your emotional survival, your brain gets activated, it causes your amygdala gets activated, it causes overthinking, and it causes reactive behavior. And the paradox of chasing is, the more you chase the result, the further it moves away from you. When we focus on the process than as compared to the outcome, then you can get better results. So what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to focus on your work, you are supposed to focus on what you want, you're supposed to focus on your own identity, and you need to identify your triggers. What triggers you? Your partner's behavior, your masculine's behavior triggers you. Why? What? Then you have to practice not responding in the way you want to. Like, you want to say a lot of things to this person, but you don't have to, you don't need to. You have to stop avoiding immediately. You have to stop showing that person that you care or you feel anything. And, sometimes this is also happening because your identity is separate from the outcome you seek. Like, you want ABCD, but you're not at all a match to it. So how are you going to get it? From that perspective, you need to also understand that everybody needs happiness and joy, and you have to stop relying on the masculine's validation for everything. Because look at him, he himself is seeking validation, he himself is confused, he himself is going all over the place, he has no idea, okay? You need to build a life which has different pillars for comfort. You need to have hobbies, you need to have work, you need to have relationships, you need to have a career, you need to have something going on for you. And the masculine should not have anything to do with it, because you relying too much on the masculine. Okay, there's a misunderstanding, his family has created that misunderstanding, okay? Or you think that you're not his priority, you see something, you have some evidences, and you feel you're not his priority, or his other people are his priority and you are nowhere in his list or nowhere in his life, blah blah blah, okay? But you are the same person who also says, I don't want him, I don't need him, he's a horrible person, he's a pathetic person. So if you think he's a horrible and pathetic person, that is never going to be a match of he is going to make you his priority, because you yourself are constantly labeling him and calling him pathetic and bad and horrible. Whether he is or he is not, that's a different thing, okay? We are here to find solution to your problem, to your situation. So whether he is a pathetic, horrible liar, thief, fraud, scamster, cheater, whatever you think, in 3D, in reality, let's keep it separately. But how you address him, what you perceive of him, how you put your projections on him, that is also coming from your programming. So if your programming is a certain way and it requires you to see a person certain way, you cannot get a positive outcome from that person or situation any which way. It is just not possible. Okay? So in order to get something good from someone, you also need to start seeing them in a different way. Okay? If it's in your destiny, you will. And in most cases, this is destined, it's pre written. that the masculine will bring something to the table, the feminine will transmute it, she will understand it. You cannot expect this to be done from normal people who have no idea about inner work, or they don't do any healing work, they are not into energy work. You cannot expect this from them. So some people who complain about it to God, you have to understand that God chose you for something good, and God trusts you, and you are the cribber. If you're the cribber and complain box, if you're constantly complaining even to God, how can God help you? Now, there are very intelligent divine feminines who are on the path of surrender, so they are getting better results. They could be in a worse situation, more difficult situation, a crazy situation, but yet things turn into her favor. Yet everything turns around for her, and in the end, she is the one who is getting all the love and affection, all the attention from the masculine, and she's the one who's focusing on career. She's the one inspiring others. You know why? Because she stopped being a complaint box. Because she understood that you have to stop living in survival mode and you have to stop reacting to your own triggers, because everything actually comes from within. So you're looking at the masculine in a certain way. What you're looking at is a result of your programming. When she understands that, she's like, okay, God is giving me an opportunity to tweak my programming, to change my programming, to fix myself, and let me do that. Now it's completely up to you, to anyone, if they want to do this work or not. And yes, people are going to say a lot of things that this is what the masculine put them through. Still, you have to understand that either you want this or you don't want this. But if you keep a hand on your heart, and if you're practical, and if you're smart, and you are tactful person, then you will say, okay, this is my prarabdha, this is my destiny. I have to stop being a crybaby. I've cried enough, and the more I'm gonna cry, the more it's gonna get worse or horrible, or it's not gonna yield to anything. Okay, there is a genuine crying also. I will talk about that. There's a genuine crying. When you genuinely have tears, when you feel lost, you think about God. At that point in time, God will always send you help. When your tears are genuine, God always sends you help. When you fear, when you say, oh, I'm so scared about this, please help me, Lord, please help me find a way. I really need your help. God will help you. But when you are just complaining, then God will be like, you know what? This has become your habit to constantly complain and to crave and not do any work, not look for solutions. So I'll give you one story. It's an interesting story. So there's one devotee of God. Actually, let me share this story in part 2, and this is where I'll close part 1. I'll continue this channeling in part 2. And this channeling is very important because it talks about how the masculine feels guilty when he finds out about the actual truth about feminine, how pure she is, how her intention has always been nothing but love, and he's been seeing it differently. But now that he can see it clearly and in a much better way, he is going through a change of heart. So I'll continue this in part 2. I'll see you soon in the next one. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.